Hey guys, welcome back to another live episode of Lights Out with Ish and Eve. I'm Ish and this is Eve, and we are back once again in the same room, potentially for a while. It might not be. It might be a while until we're back in the same room.
Oh yeah, I thought you meant like we're back for a while. I was no, I'm flying out tomorrow.
No, it might be a while before we're back in the same room.
Yes.
But we're back. It is 2026. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm sorry about the lighting, but it's fine.
It's fine.
We're making do with what we can. Happy New Year. And welcome to us unpacking last year's season. Finally.
I know. Well, we wanted to do it while we're in the same room. And so we had to align our schedules.
And better late than never.
Exactly.
So nothing's happened in the F1 world since then.
No.
So all in all, it doesn't matter. And maybe everyone else has already posted theirs like months ago.
Yeah.
So now you get another little hit and another little recap partway through the break to tide you over.
Exactly.
Until the season starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
So,
anyways, I guess jumping back 12 months ago.
Yes.
We went into this season with a lot of hype. I mean, it started with F1 75. Oh.
And they're not doing that again this year.
No.
Hell yeah.
I didn't think they would, but and look, I loved it. I thought it was great. Jack Whitehall did a really great job.
Yeah.
But I am glad that it is not a mainstay.
Yeah. And I think all the drivers will be over the moon.
Yes.
That they don't have to do that
Agreed.
all over again.
Yes. But we came into the season with a lot of hype. We thought there would probably be about 6 drivers potentially challenging for the championship. I had a lot of high Ferrari hopes.
Yes.
So did you a little bit. We
I
reviewed our
did,
predictions
as
the other
seen
day.
in our predictions recap.
Yes.
But yeah, we thought it would be a good idea. Obviously, everyone knows who won the championship, what the championship battle looked like for the win.
Yes.
So we thought we'd go over each team and kind of analyse their performance and their various
highlights,
ups and downs.
lowlights. Yes.
Yeah.
Favourite moments.
Because the midfield battle, or not quite the midfield battle, the battle between 9th, 8th, 7th and 6th was really close.
Yes.
Like, only a few points separating all of them.
Yeah.
So
I know. Well, if we look through, I guess, the constructors, like, 10th was Alpine on 22 points.
Yeah.
But then the next set of points were Sauber on 70, Haas on 79, Aston Martin on 89, and RB on 92.
Yeah,
that's 22 points separating 4 teams. Like, that's not even a race win.
no, I mean, these aren't
They're not
teams
winning a
fighting
race,
for race
but
wins.
over the course of a season, like, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Obviously then, bit of a jump to Williams 137, Ferrari 398, Red Bull 451, Mercedes 469, and McLaren very much dominating this season, 833.
Yes.
So should we just jump right into... We'll start down the bottom,
Yeah,
I think.
I had them in
P10.
backwards order, but I don't mind.
So,
Alpine.
Alpine season. Obviously, the year started with Jack Doohan.
Yes. the debacle really set them off on the wrong foot. I mean, I think they were destined for doom because of their car.
Yes.
But it really didn't get them off in a good way.
No.
To come into the season with rumours already.
Yes. Like, we were predicting before the season even started how many races we thought Jack Doohan would get.
Because it was basically confirmed he wasn't going to get many.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, obviously he then switched with Franco Colapinto, who I'm not convinced would have done any better than Jack Doohan. But I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, Gasly scored all of those 22 points for Alpine.
Yes.
And I have said it so many times and I stand by it. I think Jack Doohan would have scored at least a point had he been there for the whole season and not had Colapinto hanging over his head.
Agreed.
So there's really not that many highlights to talk about in Alpine's season. He scored points pretty early on with P7 in Bahrain.
Yes.
But then P6 in Silverstone was the best finish.
It was.
Of the year, but there were only 6 points finishes in total.
Yes. That was kind of the ongoing joke with Gasly, was like, just every now and then he'd like drag that Alpine.
Yeah, but it was also just like in qualifying towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
He was qualifying so well and then just things would happen. I remember in Brazil he qualified really well and then got hit like at the first corner and like had like engine stuff. And
I know.
I think in Qatar when he had the crash as well, like it's just, he's always just.
Well, the sprint in Brazil was the only like race that Alpine got points in the second half of the season. Like not even a Grand Prix did they get a single point. Just some points in
that's what I mean. Like, I think he was in Q3 like multiple times in the second half of the season, but things just happened. But Colapinto was nowhere even close.
No.
To scoring points, just ever.
Consistently at the back.
Yeah.
I mean, if we look at like what his race results were, obviously from when he started, 16, 13, 15, 13, 15 DNS, 19, 18, 11, 17, 19, 16, 17, 16, 15, 15, 14, 20.
There was an 11 in there.
There was an 11 in there.
What race was that?
The Netherlands. So that was Zandvoort.
Okay, because I was going to say if it was like Vegas or like China with like multiple, he didn't actually race in China, but like with multiple disqualifications.
Yes.
But still, that means he would have finished P12 on the road and then Lando's. Yeah. Oh, well, Lando actually didn't finish. But like, you know, he was taken out of that. But still.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm lying. He did get
He got close. But then also like Jack Doohan had like a 13th, I think. Yeah, in China. So I don't know.
I mean, there were 3 disqualifications in China. So.
True.
One of which was Gasly.
True.
So Alpine also had a skid block disqualification.
That's true.
Early on.
That did happen,
And they weren't the only ones.
They were not the only ones. But I think, like best moment for the team probably has to be Gasly's P6 finish in Silverstone. Like, there's not that much to talk about otherwise.
And Silverstone was very much a keep it on the track, you're in the running situation.
Exactly.
Because, oh my God, Silverstone was fun. Everyone was just charging. Like, do you remember? Everyone put on slicks way too early. Yeah. And was just charging across the grass. Yeah. And then all the teams were like, yep, we'll put on slicks too. It's clearly working. Like, no. And then, like, the McLarens are out the front and then they went onto slicks. I was like, what are you doing?
Yes.
Like, multiple people came out of the pit lane on slicks and just charged off, like...
Yeah. Oh, and then everyone was like, this seems like the right thing to do.
Yeah, this is the right tyre.
Why? No. Yeah, anyways, that was a crazy... that was a wild.
Really fun race, though.
Yeah.
I'm just going to apologise. I am a bit sick, so if I, like, cough and splutter a little bit, I apologise.
I feel like one of the low points has to be that Baku quali, where they both hit the wall like one after another right in the same spot. Do you remember that?
Oh my God, I forgot. I thought it was like Colapinto crashed and ruined Gasly's lap. I didn't realise Gasly also crashed.
No, I think Gasly crashed first and then I think
like,
it almost like distracted Colapinto.
And then he crashed at the next wall.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. It was just a bit embarrassing. Yeah. A bit of a low point
vibe.
But obviously, like, I don't know if you have anything else to say about this season for Alpine, but like looking forward to 2026 and this season, like they're on their Mercedes engine.
Yeah.
So, which is obviously tipped to be good.
Yeah, he signed an extension at Alpine, so there's clearly
hope.
He wouldn't sign an extension if he didn't have some sort of faith.
Yes.
That it was going to maybe do something.
Yeah.
Or just not be last.
Yeah. So, I guess that's their goal. Don't be last. Yeah,
don't be last. Time. I think that is, everyone's goal is to not be last. Yes. But I think them specifically, especially being so far behind P9.
Yes.
I mean, all of these teams had like really good years considering.
Absolutely.
But like to be 50 points behind.
Yeah. And to have like your 2 drivers in Franco and Jack be the only 2 drivers in the season that didn't score points.
It's not really great, is it? Not really great. Anyway, Sauber. Very interesting year.
Yes. We both had no expectations of them coming into this year. And they kind of blew us away.
Yeah, they had a really, really strong start to the season. P7 in Australia with Nico.
Yes.
And it was like, okay, because that was another race which was keep it on the track and you're in with a shot.
Yes.
But still, for them to take until the second last race of the year in 2024 to score points, to be on the board with a P7 in the first race was like...
amazing.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I know. And, like, obviously Bortoletto was an unknown quantity. Like, he had a good resume coming in.
F2, F3 champion.
Yes. But he was still a little bit unknown. Jonathan Wheatley came in as well.
Mattia Bonotto.
Yeah. But, again, Silverstone was the best result for Sauber, with, of course, the Nico podium.
So good. They actually went on a 6-race scoring streak around that point from Spain to Hungary.
Wow.
And in that 6 races, they picked up 45 points.
Yeah, wow.
So most of their points came in this little 6-race streak. And obviously it included Nico's podium. Yes. So there's a lot of points there.
Of course.
It also included Gabby's first points in Austria and the highest finish for the team, which was in Hungary, of P6.
Wow.
And they also got double points. Their only double points that they got through the year was in Austria.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that would have, I don't have like where they were in the constructors at each point in time, but after that little streak, that would have like shot them up the rankings.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, because you look at the other teams like Haas and Aston, who kind of finished fast.
Yes.
So that probably put them there, and then they just probably slowly
dipped
went
down.
back down. But
like, I mean, coming back to the Nico podium, like, what a magical moment of like the whole season.
So
like
good.
So sweet. Him on the radio afterwards, Gabby on the radio afterwards.
Yeah,
just, like,
it has to be
every
like
driver was so thrilled.
It has to be like top 5 moments of the year.
Oh, for sure. Like massively. But yeah, that was very, very sweet. I was also really impressed with Sauber's qualifying this year.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, particularly from Bortoletto, he averaged qualifying position 13th.
That's really good.
Yeah. For a rookie in a Sauber.
Yeah, that's really, really
Your
good.
average quality position was P13.
That's really good.
Isn't that crazy?
I didn't know that. I know. That's really impressive. And he out-qualified Nico, I think, in head-to-head.
The head-to-head. I think he might have. Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
Because I remember people talking about, like, oh, like, Nico's, like, great qualifier. But, yeah, I think Bortoletto bested him.
Yeah, which is very impressive. And he has had such a good rookie year. Like, obviously, we'll talk a bit more about the 2025 rookies later on, but he had a really good rookie year.
Oh, for sure.
And I think we'll see him for quite a while to come. But obviously, Sauber going into next year is a huge unknown commodity because Sauber doesn't exist anymore.
No, Sauber becomes Audi.
Yeah.
But I mean, this was their biggest points haul since 2012, so it's definitely a good launch pad to go from.
100%.
Like, Nico was only 5 points off finishing in the top 10 in the Drivers' Championship. Isn't that insane?
Okay.
Yeah. He finished with 51 points. Alonso was on 56. So if he got 5 more points because he got the podium, he'd be in the top 10.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, they're in really good stead, but like, God knows. But Audi have a really, really good motorsports history.
Yes.
They've been successful in basically every motorsport that they've joined.
Yeah.
So good resume, good launch pad.
Yes.
I'm really excited to see shit livery, but I'm really excited to see where they go.
Yes.
Next year.
Agreed.
Or this year.
Agreed. I'm very keen to see what they can do. Should we skip to the next one? Haas?
Yeah, I reckon.
P8 was Haas.
Again, only 9 points ahead of Sauber. So those strong finishes towards the end of the year,
I know,
definitely helped. But
agreed. I mean, first of all, like, Ollie Behrman, take a bow.
Oh like, 100%.
Phenomenal rookie season. To beat your teammate, like, granted only by 3 points, like, it was very close. But he was
still the only rookie to beat his teammate,
yeah,
barring RB, where they're both rookies. But
yes. But still, like, your teammate who's been in Formula One for the last decade almost.
Yeah, and we spoke about this, I think, in a different episode, but, like, for Ocon, he's got to be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, for real. I know. I think, and again, we've talked about this in previous episodes as well, but Ollie's performance this year, I think, has definitely made him the kind of heir apparent for Ferrari.
Yeah. And as he should be. Like,
totally.
I'm
just
with it.
Incredible. I think he was a bit of like I think Ollie and Esteban kind of like switched in terms of their performance. I think Ollie had a rougher start to the year. Ocon was doing quite well, and then they kind of switched.
Yeah, so
in the summer break.
Took quite a while for Ollie to get the better of Esteban. Like, they had double points in the second race of the year in China, which was like a good start, and then double points again in Bahrain.
Yes.
Then they had a really rough spell, and Ollie had the 10th-place grid drop in Imola. He had his engine cut out in Miami, and then a bit later he had the 10th-place grid drop again for that pit lane crash in Silverstone, which was just really bad.
That's right.
And then Ocon was able to like bring back after a bit of a pointless spell in Monaco with P7.
Yes.
And then around this time, he was like, they had double points in the Spa sprint, P5 and P7.
Yes.
With Ocon ahead. And then a few more. But then, towards the end of the year, they had 6-point finishes in the last 7 races.
Yeah, wow.
Which obviously included Ollie's P4 in Mexico, which was also a double points finish. And then Mexico followed by Brazil, where Ollie got P6.
Yeah.
And then, crazy.
I know.
And they potentially could have gotten Aston as well, but in Qatar, Ollie had that stop and go penalty. Ocon had the false start.
Yes, it just didn't quite go well. Qatar was quite a tough race for them. There was just a bunch of penalties, and that was it was just a bit of a mess. And that alone probably stopped them from beating Aston.
Yeah, but we can talk about Mexico and Brazil back-to-back P4 and then P6 for Ollie.
Oh,
and Ollie
incredible.
In there fighting with the big boys in Mexico.
I know.
Overtaking Max Verstappen.
I know. As a rookie in a house.
Literally.
Get into it.
Crazy.
So good. Ayo Komatsu did a great job.
Yeah.
As team principal. I think clearly that team has responded quite well to that leadership style, that engineering-based leadership style. Obviously quite similar to, I guess, what James Vowles is maybe bringing to Williams.
Yeah. And Andrea Stella in McLaren as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think that's been great. But, overall, massive, great growth from where they were in 2024.
Yeah, 100%. And I think they finished higher up the order in terms of where they were in the constructors last year. But I think that's massively to do with people like Hadjar getting podiums, obviously Carlos getting 2 podiums, Fernando Alonso being Fernando Alonso.
Yes.
But it does P8 in the constructors, I don't think shows that seems worse than how their season actually was.
Agreed. Yeah.
To be they finished P8 in the championship.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound super good, but I think it was a lot more positive than that.
Yes. I think I was just constantly impressed with and particularly how Ollie Behrman was performing, every week. It was amazing.
Yeah, 100%. And also first year of having Laura Muller, the first female race engineer. She was great. Good job, Queen.
Love.
Holding it down for the girls.
So that was Haas. So then in P7 was Aston Martin. Obviously we had Adrian Newey join the team this year. And while he didn't, have, I think, much to do with this car, thanks to his Red Bull gardening league.
Yeah, and also the fact that they basically were we have him, but he's just working on 2026.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying.
Totally.
But I think he clearly gave a few pointers.
Yes, because the car definitely got better as the year kind of came to a close.
Yeah, it got better, and then it started quite good. Then it seemed to get worse. And then
it picked back up again.
They had a really good start as well. Stroll P6 in Australia, and then scored the following week as well.
Yes.
And then
but
P5
then
in the
Alonso
sprint.
had a terrible start to the year. Yeah. So it was
it kind of cancelled out. But it was a bit what's going on? Alonso, but there was a lot of bad luck as well. He had his engine cut out a couple of times.
He had 3 DNFs in the first 8 races.
Yeah. And some of them were from points positions. The Monaco one, I know he was P6 or something when that happened.
Yeah.
Which is super rough because if you're running P6 in Monaco, you're probably going to finish there.
Yes.
And he finally got on the board in Spain.
Yeah, 9 races in.
But that also started a chain of 4 points finishes for him.
That's
good.
good.
So P9, P7, P7, and then P9 again.
Yes.
Which was a double points finish in Silverstone with Stroll in P7.
Yeah, okay.
So...
Yeah, fair. Because his best result was in Hungary. He got P5.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And he got P6 in Abu Dhabi, which is what secured him P10 in the Drivers' Championship as well.
Nice.
So
I think for him to have
middle ground, it was like one or two results either way that like
and I think like for him to
orders.
finish in P10 in the Drivers after not scoring until June.
Yeah.
Great effort.
Yeah.
To pull that back and to still, even though he didn't score until then, he still out-qualified Lance Stroll 24-0 in Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know.
And yeah, as I said, like came home super strong. He scored in 5 out of the last 7 race weekends.
Yeah.
And was just qualifying
really
well.
Yeah, I know. Which then you look at it on the other side of the garage and Lance Stroll only made it out of Q1 9 times over 24 Grand Prix qualifying sessions.
Out of Q1.
Yeah.
Not good.
I know. But as we all know, he'll be there until
Forever.
he wants to be. Oh, no longer wants to be.
Yeah.
Until
Until he gets old enough that retirement is like not a crazy take.
Yeah.
But then you've got like, I mean, you can say that. I was going to say like he'll just retire when it's like socially acceptable for him to do so.
Yeah.
But then his teammate at the minute is 45. So I don't think he can really get away with that ever.
I know.
He's stuck.
It's just whenever he gets sick of it, I guess, which sort of seems like has happened already, but
yeah.
whatever.
And these guys are a massive to watch for next year.
Definitely. I know, I can't wait to see how they go. If Adrian Newey can cook something up again.
Have you seen the rumours that they're targeting GP?
I have seen that.
Very interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if he would leave Max. I feel like
but that's the thing, I'm like, Max is going to go.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, obviously nothing's going to happen next year. Everyone is just going to wait and see, like, how the cookies all crumble.
Yeah.
Before they make any moves. But
very interesting.
I feel like for a driver and, like, engineer parent, and also GP has been given, like, a promotion at Red Bull. So, like, why would you leave?
Yeah, true.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like that's not happening.
No.
But
I was like, that's just really interesting.
it is a fun little room.
Especially because Adrian Newey's there. And like, let's get the band back together, guys. Because if GP was like, I'm off to Aston, I would be like, Max.
Yeah.
He's going to leave.
It's also going to go there. I know. Well, I think their best race weekend was Hungary.
Yeah.
They got P5 and P7.
Yeah.
So solid double points finish.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like their worst, I mean, Lance Stroll had plenty of shockers.
Yeah.
But Monza was pretty bad.
Did they have a double DNF ever?
Yeah, Stroll finished last of the finishes.
Gotcha.
And Alonso DNF'd. Yeah. So
gotcha.
That was not ideal.
No.
But yes, big goals for 2026. I think Aston Martin were just killing this year until they could get to the new season.
I remember like 3 races before the end of the season or sometime around then, Alonso was like, I'm excited when I never have to drive this car again. And I was like, mate, you're scoring points every weekend, but fair. I mean, everyone was excited, I think, to get rid of
this season, these cars, these everything.
Yeah, these regs.
Get it out of here. Maybe not McLaren, but anyway.
Yeah. Even Oscar said it in the cool-down room in Abu Dhabi. He was like, at least we never have to drive them again.
Yeah.
But I'm like, mate, you got the fastest one out there. Yeah. What are you talking about?
What do you mean? But I think that wraps it up for Aston Martin.
Yeah. Speaking of Oscar Piastri, he was getting like heckled at the cricket in Australia, and I was like, guys.
I know.
I mean, it's because we were versing England and they were all yelling at him about Lando. But I was like, he's in his hometown. He's at the MCG. Like, he's heckled in his own city.
It was kind of funny that we've been
in.
beating England like 3-0, and then he came to the 4th test. And
on the day that they lost too.
Yeah, and England just
decided to turn up
in 2 days.
Never.
So the one match that he came to, like,
not even the one match, the one day.
Yeah.
Not ideal, but anyway, it's okay because they were chanting at him something like he's a shit Lando Norris or something like that, and Oscar joined in, which I just think is really funny.
Yeah,
because he's clearly just like la 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 la. I'm like at home, like on my shirt, like fuck off.
Yeah.
Anyways,
which is valid.
On to RB.
Yes, RB in P6.
Yeah.
Again, another team that did so much better than we thought they would.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, Isaac finished P12 and Liam P14.
Yeah.
Obviously, they had their driver swap with Yuki and Liam.
And I think after they did that, Liam just took a little bit to get his confidence back.
He did.
And that didn't help him.
Because he got rolled in those first 2 races with Red Bull.
Yeah, but he never really had any chance to settle. Not that I necessarily think he would have because of that what happens in that second Red Bull. Yeah. But, like, I think he was definitely not as good as Isaac this year, but not as far behind. I don't think he would have been as far behind him if he just started the whole time in the RB. Like, Isaac was much more consistent. Yes. Liam was attacking people and getting penalties and causing collisions left, right, and centre, which Isaac wasn't doing. But I think points-wise, they would have been much closer together had Liam just been allowed to start there and gain momentum and just kind of do his thing.
I agree.
But it was a rough start.
It was a very rough start for them both, actually, because if we rewind back to Melbourne, Hadjar obviously crashed out in the formation lap. It's a terrible start to his Formula One career. Yeah. He was so upset. Had a bit of a cry to Anthony Hamilton. But obviously got back on his feet very quickly.
Yeah.
Which was very impressive. Hadjar was amazing in quali.
Oh my God.
Throughout
I
the
had a note about this as well. Like,
there was an RB in Q3 at 18 of the 24 Grand Prix qualies.
Oh my God, that's so impressive.
Yeah.
And most times
it was Hadjar.
Yeah. That's really impressive.
Yeah. Like 3/4 of them.
Nice. And he, honestly, like, the rough start, he bounced back pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like, he got his first points in Japan, which was the 3rd race of the year.
Yeah.
And then they got double points in Monaco, P6 for Hadjar and P8 for Liam. I remember being so impressed with them.
Yeah.
To qualify there, firstly.
Totally.
And then I think I, like, remember the team had, like, they were working together and, like, really good strategy and, like, just cooked. And then,
well,
so
then
good.
We cut to the Dutch Grand Prix where he qualified P4.
Yeah.
And thanks to Lando's retirement, secured a podium.
Yep. And so, like, crazy.
Yeah. So insane.
Crazy. If you'd said, like, which rookies, if you had to put them in an order of getting their first podium.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, at the start of the year, I wouldn't have put Hadjar second.
No. I think we were both either, like, Kimi Antonelli or, like, hoping Liam Lawson would do well in a Red Bull.
Yeah, but, like, I think Kimi in the Mercedes was a pretty safe bet.
Yes.
But, yeah, because that's what I was going to say as well. Like, Hadjar, obviously he was fighting for the F2 championship in 2024 with Bortoletto and almost could have won it at the last race of the year, but he just didn't have the hype around him that Kimi, Ollie did. Yeah. And, like, Liam having been in F1 a little bit already, and, like, he just didn't have chatter about him compared to some of the others. And there could be an element of that, which is, like, the Red Bull Junior Academy people just kind of, you're like, you have to come in and prove yourself because you could be out just as quickly as you were in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's another part of the reason why he was such a good surprise is because no one was really talking about him.
No.
Before he came in.
Yeah. I know. Super unexpected.
Yeah.
I was very impressed.
So love that for him.
I know. I think Liam's highlight, probably Baku. He qualified P3, finished 5th. Like,
really, really strong.
Which was a really great result for him. But as you were saying, like, he was just a little bit of a terrorist throughout the season.
Fun, though.
Yes, for sure fun. But, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I think their worst weekend was maybe Silverstone.
Definitely. Double DNF. And basically all of the rookies bar Ollie Behrman were taken out in that race. So
yeah, they like both collided with other drivers, I think.
Yeah, I think so. It was not easy.
Yes.
It's excusable definitely, but
for sure.
They also had like their best patch was they scored points 5 races in a row from Baku, Sparta Baku, which obviously included the podium for Hadjar in Zandvoort and Liam's P5 in Baku. So they had a really strong little patch there, which obviously the podium mainly stood them in really good stead to secure that P6
for sure
in the championship.
But I mean, they only just got it. They only got it by 3 points.
I know.
So
crazy.
Yeah, really crazy. But obviously next year, Isaac's been bumped up to Red Bull, and we have Arvid Lindblad joining the grid. So it'll be really interesting to see how he goes and how he sort of stacks up against Liam Lawson now that he's had a season to kind of settle into the RB.
I think he will come into this season a lot stronger than he was. Like, he should be able to kind of ride good momentum into this season, especially now being like this senior driver in the team, which is kind of crazy to say because he's just a baby himself, but he's not against another rookie anymore. Like, he can really stake his claim in that team and like put his best foot forward if he obviously still has to wipe out a few little mistakes and just like rein in his aggression a little bit, but like it's doable, like 100%.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how they're going to go next year because obviously they've never really been a good team until this year.
Yeah, exactly. It's all been quite out of the blue.
But now it's new regs, so it's like, well,
it'll be very car dependent, I think, as it will for everyone.
Yeah, but like until this year, I wouldn't have really had faith that their car was going to be good.
Yes.
But now I'm like, well,
maybe it can be.
Maybe it will be.
Yeah. I mean, I really like that it seems they've gone back to their, like, being a young driver team, kind of training and prepping them to take over the reins at, like, the senior team at Red Bull.
Yeah.
I like that they've, I think, steered back to that motto rather than just being, like, a graveyard for old drivers to go to.
I understand what you're saying, but the fact that it was Daniel Ricciardo, I'm okay with it.
I know. Totally.
I'm like, well, it was Daniel, so... if they hadn't gone back to it, then maybe we would still have Daniel. Have you ever thought about that?
This is true.
No, but I get you though.
Yeah.
Like, that's what the purpose of the team was originally.
I like they've gone back to that.
Yeah. No, I get you. But I do wish Daniel Ricciardo had also still been here. But that's okay.
But it's fine. Okay, so P5, Williams, what a season.
Insane.
I remember we were talking about the F175. And at the end of the event, they like queued them all up in like their previous championship order, and like Williams was obviously way down the back.
And
Ferrari
we were like,
was
no,
up in P2.
Carlos!
And I was like, oh, Carlos is gonna like really feel that because like he's gonna have to get used to his like place down the back of the grid. Nope, not at all.
He said, "I'm not getting used to shit down here.
Yeah,
you can fuck off."
Yeah. He said, I will drag this car where it needs to be.
And it happened immediately, not with Carlos. Carlos had a rough start.
No. Similar to Haas, they like switched form halfway through the season. Albon was killing it in the first half.
He was slaying. He literally had P5 in Australia, P7 in China, and then P9 in Japan.
Yeah.
And it was just like on the board. And Carlos had issues and not his fault. Luck. Crashed in Australia. Like, he had bad luck for the first half of the season. Yeah. Like, not just those results. Like, he got on the board in Saudi with a P8.
Yes.
But I think it then went back to being bad.
Yeah. In the first half of the season, Albon got 54 points, Sainz only got 16, sorry. Oh. And in the second half of the season, Albon only got 19 points and Carlos got 48.
Yes.
So they just like
completely
swapped.
But we knew it was going to be a good vibe when Carlos crashed and was on the pit wall timing the crossover point for the tyres in Australia.
I remember that.
And then in Monaco...
this is a team.
Yeah, in Monaco, they beat Mercedes with the power of friendship.
They did.
And finished P9 and P10.
Yes.
And then they also went on a nice little streak from Silverstone to Austin, where they scored points in 6 out of 7 races.
Wow.
And included P6 for Alex in Spa, P5 in Zandvoort, P7 in Monza, P3 and P6 in the Austin Sprint.
Yes.
And then, of course, the Baku podium.
Yes.
Which was just so peak. Like, I was depressed in Baku.
Yes.
And then Carlos got on the podium. And Lando was just pissing around in, like, P7.
Yes.
And then Carlos got on the podium and I was like, life is good.
It's all good.
Life is great.
I know.
And with the unicorn.
I know, Sparkles the unicorn.
Yeah.
So cute. I love that like carried through as well.
I know.
I mean, obviously Albon beat Carlos and we sort of expected that because
After the
Carlos
start.
has to get used to a new team, new car, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I feel like the best moments were definitely the Carlos podiums. Like,
And the fact that there was a second one.
I know. Like,
What?
Do it once, whoa, that's crazy. Do it twice, what?
I know. Like, it's crazy that Alex still beat him even with 2 podiums.
It is crazy.
Like, that's pretty good consistency
from
from Alex Albon. Like, he had a few rough qualies particularly. And I remember there was a run of really bad luck he had around Canada.
Yes.
I don't really.
And he was not happy on the radio.
Ever. No.
Ever.
No. It was like,
He let them
this
know.
strategy is terrible.
It's like, you guys just never listen to me.
Yeah. And like, anyway, to get back on the podium in Qatar, just kind of like, as I said, like to do it once, great. To do it twice, it's like, okay.
Phenomenal, I know.
Because people can fluke a podium.
Yes, it can happen. You're just in the right place at the right time, a la Brazil 2024 with a double Alpine podium.
Exactly. But to do it twice,
yeah,
it's real.
Insane. I did love how, particularly for his first podium in Baku, like Albon was there and cheering him on. Because obviously, like that could have been
That's gotta hurt
hard.
a little bit.
Yeah, you've been slugging it out at Williams all this time, and then Carlos comes in and gets the first
What's that
podium.
meme? It's like, I've done this my whole life. A white man did it in 1 week.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I saw a lot of jokes about that with the Baku podium.
Yeah.
But
I know. I just love them as teammates. Like you said, even from the outset in Australia, like they were clearly working really well together. Like I do think they're one of the best pairings on the grid.
I agree.
Their social and marketing team have done a great job
100%.
showcasing them.
Maybe not as
being
good as
best
RB's,
friends.
but
No. I sent you a TikTok today
I
of
haven't seen
Isaac Hadjar like in
I
in
saw
Red Bull.
this, and all the comments are like, did the admin move as well?
Yeah.
Or is Isaac actually just the admin?
Red Bull's like, oh my god, we have a driver we can make TikToks with.
Yeah,
Let's go.
finally. And everyone was like, when's Max getting involved? I'm like,
Never.
I don't think
Never,
that's going to
ever.
happen. No.
But yes, they had a very up and down season, Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, they would, Singapore was not a good weekend for them. They dropped the ball in Abu Dhabi a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But
also in Singapore, they got double disqualified in quali.
yeah,
And Carlos still recovered to P10
that's true.
in Singapore.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good drive. Yeah, I think I was more just thinking about the quali.
Yeah, but like it was rough, and
Yeah.
I think they had an okay quali.
Yeah,
But that's pretty impressive to recover
that
to
is.
P10
Yes,
in Singapore.
agreed. But I'm very keen to see how they go this year, 2026.
Me too. They're a big one to watch.
Yes, another team obviously with a Mercedes engine under their hood.
Mm-hmm.
And James Vowles has just clearly been cooking.
Yeah.
So
He's great. Love him.
I think if they can get a bit more stability and like iron out
Consistency.
the bad runs that they each kind of had throughout the year, then I think they'll have good momentum.
Yeah.
To keep
I mean,
going.
Carlos, I remember like a lot of his bad luck was him getting hit. He was tangling with rookies left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
I think in the span of about 5 or 6 races, he got hit by Ollie Behrman, Liam Lawson, and Kimi Antonelli. And I was like, can y'all just
relax,
leave him alone? You children.
I know.
Please just calm down.
He's like, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, he's like, get me back to the front of the grid.
I know.
Yeah.
But yes, they very, very, very impressive season
100%.
from Williams, which is
100%.
great. Then we go to P4, and I think neither of us expected to have Ferrari in P4.
Oh, they came into the season aura farming.
Aura farming as hell.
And it just went from bad to worse. Like, honestly, it didn't start off great,
Nope.
but it got worse.
Yep.
And it never really looked like being good. Like, there was obviously... Charles made the podium multiple times.
Yes.
Lewis was close to the podium multiple times. He had four P4 finishes in Grand Prix in Imola, Austria, Silverstone, and Austin.
Yes.
So...
But this is the first time in his F1 career he has not been on the podium in a whole season.
I know. So it's a bit... But immediately, at the start of the season, they were kind of settling in as slower than Mercedes and slower than Max.
Yes.
But it still looked like they were going to be P3 because Max Verstappen was the only one scoring points in Red Bull.
Yes.
And the car wasn't fast enough to be winning every weekend.
Exactly.
And then they were fighting Mercedes for P2.
Yeah. So
because I think it's because Kimi's form went goodbye and they had 2 cars scoring and Mercedes just had the one. But I remember talking to you being like, how are you P2 in the constructors?
I know.
What are you like?
I know, because they flip-flopped quite a bit
like,
towards the sort of middle back end of the season. But yeah, it was bizarre that was happening. Obviously, like as you said, it sort of started okay and kind of just went downhill. I mean, Lewis had his China sprint win.
And it was like, okay, we could be on here.
Yeah, okay, like he's maybe found some form, and he was very much the first to tell people, I've found my form, to then immediately be disqualified in China in the actual Grand Prix.
And so he spent the first, like, half of the year, or at least quarter of the year, fighting with his race engineer.
Yes.
And that was just not... Like, they were clearly not clicking. He wasn't clicking with the car. Charles was struggling. Took Charles until Saudi to get on the podium.
Yes.
Which isn't that long, but...
No, but still. Like, and, like, yeah, he was second in Monaco, second in Mexico, but, like, still.
He never really looked like winning a race.
Never, ever, ever.
No.
I think he got on pole a couple of times, but even then it was like, no.
Like... he had pole in Hungary and just... out of nowhere and then just lost.
And then he was like, I don't understand anything about it.
I don't know. He's like, I don't know how I'm here. I was like, that's not good.
Yeah, how did we get here?
And I remember in Monaco, he was P2, but he wasn't happy with P2.
Yes. Well, I mean, he won it last year. It's his home race. It's so, like, special.
But I'm also like, I get it, but I'm also like, you've been nowhere all year. I think P2 is pretty good behind Lando. Like,
I know, exactly.
I think that's pretty good.
Agreed. But, like, we knew Charles would likely cook Lewis in quali.
Yes,
and he did. It was 19-5.
I thought it would be worse than that, honestly.
Yeah.
They also had double DNFs in Zandvoort and Brazil.
Yeah.
But the only weekend they didn't score was Zandvoort because they scored in the Brazil sprint.
Yes.
True. But it was towards that, like, last patch of the year where Lewis was just... he just could not get out of Q1.
Yeah.
Charles was struggling through quali. Like, he was still making Q3, but it was not easy.
Yeah.
And it was just
all sadness all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, those, like, press conferences with Lewis after a Q1 exit just over and over were just so brutal.
Rough. And then, they ultimately ended P4 in the constructors because they couldn't keep up when Kimi hit form in the Mercedes.
Yes.
And when Max Verstappen Racing went on his little charge.
Yes. But yeah, I think, like, coming into this year, I think all Ferrari can really hope for is that they get the car right.
Yeah. I think they get the car right and they should be okay with Charles.
Yes. TBC on Lewis.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't think this year has really given us any understanding of what his form is going to be like. Yeah. Like, I don't feel like I know if he's going to be able to make it work in the Ferrari or not now.
No idea.
No clue. So I guess we'll see. Hopefully he can settle in a bit more. Otherwise, like I said, eyes on Ollie Behrman.
Yeah, and, like, honestly, as far as Ferrari's concerned, they should just be future-proofing. And if it's picking between... Obviously, ideally, they'd have a car that works for both. But if it's a choice, just make it for Charles.
Yeah.
Just make the car for Charles. Pull a Red Bull and just be like, you know what?
You're our number one driver.
Yeah.
You've signed your soul to us anyway.
Yeah, and you look like doing things.
Yeah.
So, have a car.
Agreed.
I mean, ideally, it's not a choice. And they can both be getting results. But that's...
Yeah. But this year is our year, guys. This year is our year.
We're so back?
We're so back. Ferrari World
Championship. And what makes you say that?
Delusion.
Yeah.
Anyways, P3, we had Red Bull, courtesy of Max Verstappen.
Yes. Out of Red Bull's 451 points, Max scored 421. So he secured P3 in the championship by himself.
Yes. as he did in 2023 and 2024, but 2023 with the constructors as well.
Yeah,
He
like had enough points to win it by himself.
Yeah.
So Max Verstappen Racing,
He's
we've recapped his year
Yes.
a fair bit, but
We have.
to talk about the start of the year,
Yes.
he was clearly slower than the McLarens.
Yes.
But keeping in the mix.
Yes.
With just him being good. Like the car was clearly slower.
Yes, he had a lot of complaining to do about the car, which fair enough. But yeah, he managed to drag it around because he's Max Verstappen.
But then the second car only got their first points in Miami in the sprint, which was Yuki.
Well, because Liam in that second seat for those first two races, he started off very confident, obviously, but he qualified 18th in Australia and then DNF'd, and then 20th in China, and he came 12th, so he brought it back, but the decision was already made. Like, the 18th in Australia and then a DNF.
But that's also so rough because the conditions in Australia, like everyone, like 6 people DNF'd in Australia.
Totally.
So I feel like that's a little rough, but I just feel like Red Bull, like we've said it multiple times, they should never have put him in there in the first place.
No.
It was never the right call.
Yeah, it was tough.
So I guess they like tried to rectify it as soon as possible and then just whatever.
Yeah.
But there was a patch for Max where it was not good.
No.
He got P10 in Spain after the incident with George.
Yes.
No points in Austria after the incident with Kimi. He finished P9 in Hungary.
Yeah.
I was looking at the results and I was like, I don't remember what happened. Like, why was he P9 in Hungary? I don't quite know.
Yeah. I think he was sort of just slow.
Yeah. Because I looked it up to be like, was there like an incident? And it just said he got P9 and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think he was just slow.
And then that was... Yeah, then obviously double points for both cars at the Dutch Grand Prix where he finished second and then back on top in Monza.
Yes.
And then he won 6 of the last 9 races.
Yes.
And just pushed McLaren.
Yeah. It was insane. We've talked about it
so many times,
but just the comeback of all comebacks. It was incredible.
Terrifying.
One thing that did happen in the Red Bull team this year also was Christian Horner's departure.
I totally forgot about it. That's so funny.
After Silverstone, with Laura Mecky's taking over, and I think they I think the car immediately got better.
It got better like that.
Yeah. Which was very funny.
Yeah.
He was like a bad smell.
Yeah, literally. Like, just no one could do their job properly, and then he left.
Yeah.
And it was like,
all fine
everyone's
again.
good now.
Yeah.
He would have been watching that being like, fuck. But
I think the only time Max got beaten by his teammate was in Australia, where... Wait, no, sorry, not Max. Wait, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the wrong...
Yeah, I was
thing.
like...
I'm looking at the wrong thing. Anyways, don't worry. But yeah, just an incredible season for him. I mean, I think his best moment was probably Brazil, the pit lane to P3.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal.
100%. And also, I would say winning the race in Qatar.
Yes.
And putting that, the pressure on.
Bringing it all down
to Abu Dhabi. Yeah. So I agree.
Yes.
But
agreed.
Crazy.
I know. But looking ahead to 2026, I think Red Bull definitely has to pray that they can get a competitive car.
Well, yeah, they've got a new engine partnership with Ford.
Yes.
So they're no longer with Honda.
Are they the only... Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So they're now with Ford, which is an unknown commodity.
Yes.
In recent times. So
it'll be interesting.
I think chatter is positive.
Yes.
I've heard good things coming out. I've heard that Mercedes and Red Bull are potentially doing something that's slightly... I think Mercedes and Red Bull have apparently found a loophole.
And they're going to
let
Ferrari's
complaining about it.
Yeah. Because
they probably should.
Well, I think because the FIA are going to let them run with the
for this
loophole
year.
For this year. Whereas I think when Ferrari tried to do something similar back in I don't even know what it was, 20... something.
Yeah. They said no.
And they immediately changed the rules. So I think Ferrari are up in arms
what the
about
hell?
it.
Yeah.
Which kind of valid.
But also I do get if you don't plug up the loophole, you can't penalize us for finding it.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess maybe it's at the point in time where it's too close to the start of the thing it's probably something too major to like make them rework it because they didn't cover all bases in their regulations.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, that doesn't bode well for Ferrari, but we'll know. Like,
we'll see.
Who the fuck
knows? I know.
So
exactly.
Red Bull, that's positive chatter saying that Red Bull engine is going well and Mercedes engine is going well.
Yes.
And obviously Red Bull is just Red Bull and RB, and then Mercedes engine is like everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. I think I am very interested to see how Hadjar goes in
Yeah.
that second Red Bull seat.
I mean, I think out of everyone that's come into that seat, he's got the best run at it for quite a while. New regs, no Christian Horner, no Helmut Marko.
Yes.
He's got the best shot.
Yes. All the kind of things that you'd want to be able to kind of help you succeed are in place.
Like, I don't doubt that Max will beat him, but at least
course.
he's like getting used to the car at the same time that Max is getting used to the new car.
Yes.
Like, he doesn't come in with Max having multiple championships in that car under his belt.
Like, the gap just might not be as massive.
Exactly.
You'd like to hope.
I mean, I don't
Either
know.
that or the Grim Reaper's coming for
yeah, and he's going to join
Hadjar as well.
Yeah. But I also think Hadjar is young enough that even if he does get spat out by Red Bull, he's got enough on his resume and he's young enough to get picked up elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like Gasly and Albon.
Yes, agreed.
Whereas Yuki, had been around for a bit already. Like, I feel like hopefully it goes well, but I think if he does get ditched, especially because almost everyone's contract's up next year, there'll be so much movement before 2027.
Yes.
I think if something happens, I think he'll be fine.
Agreed, for sure.
But hopefully it goes well.
Yes.
And I think he's got the best shot at it that anyone's had for quite a while.
Yes, definitely. So moving on, P2 was Mercedes. Great year.
Really good
for Mercedes.
I think Mercedes is fun. I just like Mercedes. I really like it, and I think, like, if I wasn't supporting McLaren, I would support Mercedes.
Fair.
Like, I think they're kind of fun. They're funny. I like George and Kimi.
Yes, agree. I mean, Kimi had a great year, like, big highlights.
Yeah.
Obviously, some heavy lowlights too.
Yeah.
But George was just super consistent throughout the whole year.
He was the only, I have a little fun fact for you, he was the only driver not to DNF this year.
Really?
Yeah, which I wouldn't have picked.
No.
Like, Osama bin Russell was nowhere to be seen.
No.
The memes have been brought back out because Kimi has taken his place.
Fair.
But he was so consistent.
Yeah.
And I think I said this before, and I'm going to be in a bit of a pickle when I'm making my predictions for next year because I want Oscar Piastri to win. But I think if Mercedes have a good car and good engine, George Russell is ready.
Yeah.
I think
it could be George's year.
I genuinely think he's ready, and I would love if Red Bull and Mercedes are tipped to have good engines and we get a George and Max title fight.
That will be insane. Can you imagine the interviews? Oh,
like
Spain every weekend.
Yeah, literally. That would be 2021 again. But they're both petty. So, like,
yes.
I'm going to have a big pickle when it comes to picking my world champion for next year.
I would love that. As much as I'm like, please Ferrari. I'm like, have I already lost hope?
Yeah.
But I'm like, I would happily let Ferrari not win this
if it was
year
for that.
if it was going to be a Max George
title
standoff.
Fight. Yeah, because then obviously I want McLaren to do well and I want Lauda to be in the mix, but I want Oscar to win it. But I just think that if Mercedes are tipped to be good, I think George is prepped and ready. Like, he seems to have gotten rid of some of those stupid mistakes that he would make. He was the only one not to DNF. He was super consistent, really good in qualifying.
Yeah. He's a really good all-round driver.
And I think if he gets the car, he's ready.
Yeah, fair.
So, anyways, that's a bit of a tip for next year.
True.
They obviously started very well too.
Yes.
P3 and P4 in Australia with Kimi recovering from
P16. I know. Amazing. George obviously had his wins in Canada and Singapore. He was also on the podium 7 other times throughout the season.
Yeah. He was just consistently there.
Yes.
And like it was a tough year to get a race win.
Yes, of course.
So to get 2 was
very
good.
solid effort.
And obviously we have to talk about Kimi's sprint pole in Miami. Yes. Obviously the race didn't go very well, but
that was really the first time that it was like, okay, kid's good.
Kid is good. And it's because it came before his bad run. And I think the other good thing was it was Miami and that went well, and then he had a few rough ones in Europe, went back to Canada, got on the podium, and then went back to worse things in Europe. But I think that even though that was all bad, and it was a mixture of his fault and not his fault. Like he had some engine failures, he had a bunch of things going on. It was a big mix of his fault and not his fault. But he'd already had a sprint pole and a podium. So.
Fair. No, for sure. But yeah, I think like the team's best moment altogether has got to be that double podium in Canada.
100%.
Just so good. And I think their hardest moments were probably like you said, the European leg where Kimi was struggling. I think Monaco I remember was bad.
Because George's engine cut out in Q2.
Yes, so that's right.
He didn't, I just remember him riding the car down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Like he was, that was bad. They got no points.
And Monaco is not the place you want to have challenges in quali.
No, because Kimi crashed in quali. Kimi crashed in Q1 and then George's engine cut out in Q2. So they were just
all bad news.
All bad news there. And then George was pretty consistent apart from a few things like Monaco. He came P10 in Silverstone. Because he was one of those ones that came out on slicks and just went
goodbye.
I remember that, and then towards the end of the year, Kimi came back. They came back P4 and P2 in Baku. P1 and P5 in Singapore. And then Kimi had his best result with P2 in Brazil. Backed up with P3 in Vegas. After disqualification. But still, P3 in Vegas. And then obviously that solidified them as P2 in the championship as well.
Yes, true. Because that's the thing with them securing P2. Like, I think... So Lewis and Kimi, Kimi beat Lewis by only 6 points in the championship. So they were very close in terms of how much they each contributed to the constructors. But the big differentiator was Charles and George. George beat Charles by 77 points. In the championship. So George's ability to outperform was what got them
over the line in the end. But it does I think if Kimi hadn't picked it up at the end, they would have been at severe risk of losing out to Max. Because it was only that's only, I can't do maths, wait, 17 points? No.
18 points.
18 points.
Difference.
So
I know. So it was good that Kimi
picked it up because they would have lost to Max Verstappen Racing.
But I think, as we said, coming into this year, Mercedes absolutely the one to watch. George in particular, obviously, with the experience, but...
And if the car's good, I think Kimi can get a race win next year. If he's gotten 2 podiums and a P2. If they've got the car, he can get a win.
For sure. And I think he might have to, because if they have the car and let's say George wins a championship and then Max Verstappen comes knocking because they've got the car,
they're not getting rid of George.
You're not getting rid of your world championship winner.
Exactly.
So
he's going to have to.
Kimi, if the car's good, Kimi's going to have to earn his spot.
That's so
in
true.
Mercedes.
That's so true.
So there will be a lot of drivers up and down the grid watching Mercedes.
Eyeing off that seat.
Yeah, to see how that goes.
Ooh, that's so interesting.
Anyway, P1 McLaren. I mean, just dominant performance, but not without plenty of controversy.
They tried, the constructors was basically locked from the start.
Totally.
But they tried so hard to fucking bottle the drivers at every opportunity. They
did. They really did.
Oh my God. We could talk about some of the moments, but they looked fast off the bat, in Australia, qualifying on the front row.
I remember the first thing I think I said to you after in our Australia review podcast was do we just give the trophy to Lando now or?
Oh yeah, McLaren definitely.
Yes,
they had 7 1-2 finishes.
Yes,
in China, Miami, Spain, Austria, Silverstone, Belgium, and Hungary. 4 of those were led home by Oscar.
Yep.
But obviously that just... we haven't gotten to that bad part of the season for Oscar yet.
No.
And they clearly the fastest car and sped off to the fight looking like it was between just the 2 of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Obviously, Oscar had his really great spell around the start of the year, winning like Bahrain, Saudi, Miami. He just looked unbeatable.
He did. He's in good form. And yeah, like they were just scoring 1-2s for fun.
Literally.
And then we get to the summer break.
Oh, I would say when I talk about Canada.
Oh, true.
The first real tangle.
Yes, that's true.
And the only real tangle, I would say.
Yeah.
Like they had close shaves and dicey moments, but that was like they actually crashed into each other.
Yes.
Or Lando crashed into Oscar. Oscar,
yeah. Took Lando out of the race.
But as I said at the time, they kind of got away with it a little bit. It was for like P5 and it was Lando's fault and he was the one that DNF'd.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't too bad. Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't good. And then I remember Austria.
Yeah.
Like nothing happened, but like, it was so close. And they were like both right there. And I was like, this is too much. I can't handle this.
I am stressed.
I am so stressed. But
I know.
Summer break.
Yeah, summer break. They're ahead of Max by 104 points.
Was this after Zandvoort? Because Zandvoort as well, we should talk about.
No, Zandvoort was before the summer break.
Yeah, so Zandvoort, like, it almost looked a little bit like toast.
Zandvoort was right after the summer break.
Yeah, before? Right after.
Right after.
Yeah.
Hungary was the start of August, and then Zandvoort was the end of August.
Gotcha.
We had the summer break in between.
So, because Zandvoort at the time was a huge swing.
Yes.
That was like, because I remember they were only, like, every race weekend, they were separated by 12 points, 10 points, 9 points, 10 points, 12 points. And then Zandvoort happened and the gap was out to, like, 34.
Yes. So because Oscar won and Lando DNF'd.
Yes.
Due to technical
oil leak or something like that. But so that seemed like a massive swing.
Yes.
And at that point in time, Max was 104 points down the road.
Yes.
Lando's gap has blown out to 30-something points.
Yeah.
And it's like but there's still so long to go, obviously. But at
like,
that point, it was like
Oscar
could run away with it here.
Yes.
Like, he's still looking really strong.
Yeah, like this might be the break that he needs to...
I remember being like, Oscar could just run away with it now.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No, he could not.
No, he could not. Because then shit hit the fan almost every weekend.
Yes.
From there on out.
Yes. He was like kind of fine in Italy, but Max won.
But there was still the team orders in Monza.
Yes, that's right.
Because of the slow pit stop and like it was.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was still
so stupid.
Like it was still a 2-3. Like the form was there, but McLaren was still just like it was still just not good.
They were still on their papaya rules shit, and it was so stupid. Anyway, then we get to Baku, and Oscar is in the wall
in qualifying and the race.
Yes, and it just his whole rest of the year, basically,
almost
like he didn't get another win.
No,
after that,
I mean Qatar should have won, but
but he didn't.
No.
So, that was the beginning of the end for Oscar's championship campaign, unfortunately. Yeah. Because we're like, okay, like, it's terrible, but one race weekend it's not the end of the world.
And Lando didn't capitalize. Lando also had a bad race weekend.
He only came 7th or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, like, it's fine. It's not a 25-point swing, like, it's fine.
Yeah. It was not fine. Because... Singapore happened, they tied up the constructors. That was always going to happen. Yes. No one really cares.
Yes.
Then Lando just came out swinging. Yeah. Like, Oscar, he had his laps, and that did continue.
Yes.
But in Baku, that was terrible.
Yeah.
But Lando didn't capitalize. Lando came out and just went, like, bang, bang, bang. Like, pole position, win by 20 seconds. Pole position, win. He cleaned up Mexico.
Yes.
And took the championship lead back.
Yes.
Cleaned up Brazil.
Yep.
And had all of the momentum.
Yes. And it was like, okay, there's 3 races to go. But at this point, Max was also starting to come into the equation.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we were like, okay, Lando's kind of got one hand on the trophy now, but Oscar and Max are now not that far away.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take Max winning everything, and they gotta be.
And it takes McLaren not being stupid between their two drivers and letting Max slip through the cracks, because that was very much on the cards as well.
Yeah.
And after Vegas, immediately after Vegas,
yes,
it very much was like Lando's got this in the bag.
Yes.
And then they both got disqualified.
Yes. And the door was swung back open. You best believe I was not upset waking up to that news. I know you were. I was not.
I was very upset.
Yes. And then proceeded to fumble in Qatar again with the strategy.
That's what I mean. McLaren just tried to throw it down the drain.
Yeah. And so then we had...
Wouldn't that be fair between the two of you if just neither of you win?
If neither of you win. Yeah. Papaya rules, neither of you win.
Bitch.
I know.
I hate Zach Brown so much.
Yeah, I know.
I hate him so much.
I know.
That's my team, but I hate him.
Yeah. But obviously even Qatar, they did not manage to win the race either, but
that
thankfully...
was so rough on Oscar though. Like, he was
know.
back in Qatar. He was back and he topped every session. Practice, sprint quali, sprint, quali.
Yeah.
And then McLaren said, you're not allowed to win a race.
Yeah.
We're not going to box you under the safety car when everyone else boxed.
Yeah. McLaren really had more than their fair share of strategy fumbles. They were giving Ferrari a little bit.
They were absolutely giving Ferrari.
And
unfortunately, Ferrari was still giving Ferrari, but they were back there, so it doesn't matter.
Whatever. Yeah. But yeah, they really did everything they could. And I think as much as people don't, I think, want to talk about it, Oscar absolutely copped the brunt of all of their trying to be fair decisions.
Yeah, and I don't think it was necessarily they were trying to favour Lando, but
no, but it
just happened to be most of the times that.
Yes. Which was the race
Singapore.
where, yes, and he had to avoid Max, so then drove into Oscar, and Oscar was like,
what the fuck?
So you're just going to let him drive into me and keep going. Obviously, there was the switchback because of the slow pit stop.
So
everything just felt like it was Oscar having to sacrifice for Lando. Not everything, but a good chunk of things, unfortunately. Yeah. But we get to Abu Dhabi, and while they still didn't win the race, Lando did enough to secure
he just had to hold his nerve in Qatar and Abu Dhabi to win.
Yes.
And he did.
And he did.
The bare minimum, but he did it.
The bare minimum. Yeah. But he made it work.
It was he needs at worst P3 and P3, and that's what he got.
Yes, exactly.
Actually, he didn't even get P3 in Qatar.
No.
But
I think because of what he got in Qatar, it had to be P3.
Yeah.
And because of Kimi and that switch and the points that not because of Kimi, but because of the points that Kim
he got for overtaking Kimi because Kimi happened to go wide.
It's okay. Kimi Antonelli.
No, we know, we've said this, it's been the whole year of everything happening, not just that one moment.
Yes, exactly.
Even though that does line up to the exact amount of points, and it was the day before. But still.
But it's not just that.
No.
Anyways, so by no means the perfect season on McLaren's behalf, but...
it looks like it on paper.
It does, because Constructors' Championships, Drivers' Championships secured.
Yeah.
So 2026 will be very interesting. I think the driver dynamic will be very interesting between LN1 and OP81.
Yeah.
So I guess it will just be about whether they can produce another dominant car.
Again,
Mercedes
depends.
engine.
Yeah, it completely depends on the car, as it does for all of them. But I think their driver lineup is one of, if not the best.
Yeah.
And they've got a really good shot. I think, obviously, Lando coming out as world champion.
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit less pressure on him backing it up because it is new regs.
Totally.
So I don't think he's necessarily the favourite.
No.
I don't think he's the favourite at all.
I don't know if anyone has a favourite coming in.
Yeah, but I think that pressure is kind of taken off.
Yes.
But I think he will come out with confidence.
Yes.
And I think if they've got the car, he'll be in the mix.
Agreed, for sure.
And same with Oscar. I think if they've got the car, they'll both be in the mix, but the teammate dynamic will be interesting because Lando will be saying, well, I'm the world champion, so
yes,
I should get priority.
Yes.
I don't know if Lando would say that, though, because that's not really his vibe, but he could say that.
You never know.
And Oscar will be saying, well, fairness, who cares if he's world champion?
Yeah,
do we still want to be fair? And,
yeah, exactly.
Everything's gone back to zero. We're on equal footing again.
Exactly.
But I think it'll be completely different because I do not think that it's just going to be the two of them out the front. Like, they're not going to. I don't think they're going to have like the situation to even have to make those decisions, because they're going to have to worry about George. They're going to have to worry about Max. They're going to have to worry about Kimmy.
Yeah.
They're going to have to hopefully worry about Charles.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting.
It will be very interesting. I'm very excited to see how it goes.
Yeah.
So I think that wraps up our kind of teams
recap.
I guess we'll go into our like overall awards for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess if you've watched our episodes, you know that every race we kind of give out biggest winners, biggest losers, a whole bunch of different ones. So now we're going to do them for the whole season.
Yeah.
So we might have a couple, but anyways.
Yes, I do definitely have a couple.
Yes. Biggest winners. Who did you have?
Obviously Lando.
Yes.
I think he is hands down the biggest winner of the season.
Absolutely.
Winning the world championship.
Yep.
Also, Williams.
Yep.
Are on my list.
Particularly Carlos.
Yeah. As well as, I just have the 2025 rookies.
I have all the actual rookies, i.e. like Ollie, Kimmy, Isaac, and Gabby.
Gotcha. Not Colapinto and Lawson.
Yes.
Yes,
like,
that's
not
fair.
really them.
I'm interested that you put that as well, because I think this was an incredible batch of rookies.
Yes.
Like, I don't think we've seen, that many.
No.
But them all be so good.
Yes.
In a long time.
Absolutely outperform expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the 2025 batch of rookies, huge win.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Do you have any others?
I also just had Max.
Okay.
Reason being, he could have not won the championships this season and it would have been like, oh, like that sucks. But the fact that one of the biggest talking points of this year is not Lando's win, but Max's comeback.
Yeah.
is like such, for him, I would feel like such an incredible personal victory.
True, to from where he was to lose by only 2 points is a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and just, again, because he was able to accomplish that, it's, even though you didn't win, you still kind of asserted yourself as the best driver on the grid.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
don't
mean?
think anyone had any doubts, but now it's like, if you question it, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, no, he is the best driver.
Like, even without winning the championship.
Yeah, you still cemented yourself as the best driver on the grid without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. So that would be why he's on my list as
Yeah.
well. Biggest losers, who did you have?
I have Lewis.
Yes, I had Lewis and Ferrari as a whole, to be honest.
Yeah,
in
I had
P4.
mainly Lewis.
Absolutely.
And Alpine.
Yep. Fair. I had Alpine and I had Oscar too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, poor Oscar.
I know. Because man's had that in his hands and
I know.
it slipped away.
It did.
Instead of biggest meme,
Yes.
we have decided to rattle off some of our favorite team radios. I imagine some of the ones we have are going to be the same.
Yes.
So maybe we take it in turns and we can just
Yes.
tick off the ones. So obviously starting strong in Australia
Yes.
was Charles and his self-awareness with the water in his car being like, is there a leakage? And his engineer being like, a leakage of what? It's like, I have a seat full of water. It must be the water. Let's add that to the words of wisdom.
Yeah, that was, we started off 2025 radio memes very strong.
Yes, we
With
did.
that.
It
That
was
was
very good.
Hilarious, and that's going to be repeated for years and years and years.
It will.
To come.
Like I said, the self-awareness or the overall like internet awareness of being like, let's add that to the words of wisdom, really like sign that off.
He knew.
Like, tie
he
that
knew
up with a bow.
exactly what was happening.
Yeah, it was good.
One of my ones is George Russell, because a Russell radio, there's not much better than a Russell radio.
Oh, yeah.
In Mexico. Marcus, I've got a fucking car in my ass. And just that whole sequence. So there was like a few different like messages around that time, but I think that is my favorite one.
Yeah.
Marcus, I've got a fucking car in my ass. Like, I think that is quality.
That was very good.
Yeah.
In China, do you remember Kimi Antonelli was voted driver of the day in China? And Toto got on the radio. He was like, Kimi, you're driver of the day. And he was like, me? And he was like, yeah, interesting, no? He was like, yeah, that's weird. And Toto goes, I think it's your looks.
That was really funny.
There was like a run of bizarre
driver of the day
choices early in the season.
Our drivers of the day, and we were like, this doesn't make any sense.
Like I do not agree with the people because Kimi didn't win driver of the day in Australia. I think it was like Lando or someone. But even though he went from P16 to P4 in the wet on his first F1 race, but then he won it in China where he didn't really do anything.
He like started and finished P8 and it was like, okay.
Is there a delay?
Yeah, what's happening? Yeah. I've got one. Lewis Hamilton in Miami.
Yes.
Squabbling with the team. It says, maybe just have a tea break while you're at it.
Mm-hmm.
And a few moments later, him saying he had just let Charles through.
Yes.
Saying, Sainz 1.4 behind. And Lewis says, do you want me to let him through as well?
Yeah. He was so sassy.
That was hilarious. I think that is one of... I don't put them in any order, but I think that's like up there for me.
For sure. I had one that was Lando in Vegas.
Yeah.
Where I think Will had just gotten on the radio to be like, okay, Lando, so go get Max.
Yeah.
And he was like, what do you mean get Max? We're just slow.
Yeah. He was like, what do you mean get Max? I'm so slow.
Yeah. I think it was the same race. They were like, he was like, what do you want me to do? And they were like, do more.
And he was like, what? Yeah. That was very funny.
I'm doing the most.
Yeah. Another one that I have is Oscar Piastri in practice in Singapore.
Yes.
Saying, Ferrari will invent mirrors one day. Yeah. I hope.
Oscar had so many good little sassy moments.
I know. Oscar is underrated on the radio.
Agreed.
For sure.
So funny. A really sweet one was Bortoletto to Nico after his podium. And he was like, man, you don't know how happy I am for you. You're a fucking legend. Like, honestly, like, it was insane what you did today. I'll wait for you at the podium.
So
like,
cute.
Oh, bless.
Loved that.
So cute.
Another one that I have was Max in Monza after the McLarens did the swap.
Yeah.
He said, just because he had a slow stop. Ha! And GP was like, focus on the race, Max.
Yeah. A funny one was Ollie in Mexico after getting told that he got P4. He was like celebrating, like, woohoo. And then his engineer was like, Ollie, your dad's here if you want to talk. Ollie goes, oh, not again. He's like, hurry up, Dad. I got to get out of the car. Yeah. It's like, oh, you're embarrassing me.
Yeah, no. Too public, Dad. Another one I have is Max again in Monaco. My shifts feel like Monaco Grand Prix in 1972.
He had a few like that where he was just rattling off like old races.
No, it's because that happened, and then I think it was Mexico GP was like, what's this now, 1973 or something like that. Like brought it up again.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
My final one was Sainz in Baku.
Yes, I had this one.
He was like, this is my first smooth operation in Williams.
Oh, no, wait, I have a different one from Carlos in Baku, but that was great. I had that initially as well, but I replaced it with this one.
Iconic.
So good. And then on the podium after guitar, and he actually did the smooth operator. He actually like sung it, and I was like, yes. In quali, in Baku, in the red flag in Q3 when he was on provisional pole, he said, start dancing so it will rain harder.
Yes. I remember that. That's so funny.
Because he was on provisional pole. And then I've got another one as well, which is just a little random one. But when Max, it's another Russell radio.
Yes.
When Max hit George
yes.
in Spain, George just said, the fuck?
Yeah.
And then he was like, he just crashed into me. But he, like his initial response was, the fuck? I was like, oh my God.
Fair enough.
And
that
then I've
also
got
be my response.
Yeah, some honourable mentions as well, which was Lando winning the world championship.
Yes, very
Not
sweet.
Zach Brown.
Not Zach Brown.
That's why I didn't put it in, because I was like, Zach Brown ruined that whole
that
thing
bit.
by him being like, I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. I'm not crying.
Yeah.
And also Oscar when he won Miami, saying, oh, I need to try and do a gritty when I pull up. I regret making that bet.
That was so funny.
On his in-lap, he was like, oh no, I need to try and do a gritty.
That was very funny. Also, Max, when he won in Abu Dhabi and obviously then lost the championship, him being like, I don't want you guys to be disappointed. I'm not disappointed.
That was really cute.
An emotionally aware king. We love it.
Literally. We love that. Not always, but
anyways, but, growth.
I also have a fun fact for you.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if you have one, but I do have one for you. I saw this a few weeks ago on TikTok. Yeah. The only drivers to score multiple podiums in the last 5 seasons. Do you want to have a guess who they are?
Max.
Yeah. And then the other one.
Charles? I don't know.
Carlos Sainz.
Really?
Yeah. Which I was like, damn, to keep that streak alive in a Williams.
That's insane.
I know.
Because last 5 years, obviously 2020 to 2025, part of that time would have been him in McLaren as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah. I thought that was incredible that he's been able to keep that streak.
Yeah.
In a Williams.
Insane.
And the only one to score multiple podiums in a year.
Yeah. I'm surprised not Charles.
I'm surprised it's not Charles as well.
Wow. There you go.
Because he was in Ferrari in 2020.
Yeah.
Because I was like, maybe it must include like his year in Sauber, but no.
Yeah. Wow.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
And yeah, I just have another little question for you. Do you have a favorite or a few favorite teammate pairings from 2025?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I would say my favorite overall in terms of just like fun and good vibes would have to be Williams.
Yes.
Like, yeah, Albon and Carlos have just done so well together. So I very much enjoyed them. I think from like a competitiveness point of view, it's hard to look past the McLarens.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I had high hopes, obviously, for Charles and Lewis.
Yeah.
In terms of competitiveness. I knew they probably wouldn't be as like fun as Charles and Carlos together.
Yeah.
But I had hopes for them competitively, but
No. Yeah.
So I would say those would be my two for like fun and then obviously like good driving.
Good driving. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. What about you?
Obviously, Lando and Oscar are my favorite teammate pairing because they're my team and my drivers.
Yeah.
But they stressed me out a lot this year.
That's fair.
So...
See, did they stress you out or did McLaren as a team?
Oh, it was definitely McLaren as a team.
Yeah.
But every time I thought about Oscar and Lando, I was like, oh! And I had to pick and it was like, it was not good. My favourite as well was Carlos and Alex.
Yes.
From a fun perspective, we have to talk about Liam and Isaac.
Yes.
But that's definitely more of like just a media sense.
Yeah.
But I think Nico and Gabby are so underrated as a teammate pairing.
Agreed.
They're hilarious.
So good.
Like, because they're funny in media, but then also clearly, like, with the podium and stuff, they clearly actually, like, get along quite well as well.
So true.
And I do love George and Kimmy.
Yes.
But
for sure.
I think Carlos and Alex take the cake for me.
Yeah. Agreed. Well, I guess we've discussed all the different rookies.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie to you. I sat down in this chair still undecided as to who my rookie of the year was going to be. So who's your rookie of the year? Overall, have to put a name down.
Yeah. I'm putting down Isaac Hadjar for consistency.
Yep.
Yes, he wasn't maybe like as glowingly ahead like an Antonelli or a Behrman, but I don't think there's just one. I think it's like purely subjective. I don't think that there is a right answer.
Agreed.
But for me, just the consistency, the lack of mistakes, the qualifying pace.
Yeah.
Has him as my rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Because you sat down still not knowing. I'm so curious. Who have you gone with?
I think what decided it for me is when I told you that RB had been in Q3 18 out of 24 times.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
So the toss-up for me was between Hadjar and Antonelli.
Completely valid.
Oldie Behrman did an amazing job, especially in the second half of the season. Yeah. Bortoletto, also incredible, especially given you're in a Sauber.
Yes.
I think I very much expected him to just be trundling around in P20 for the whole
season. No fault of his own, really.
No,
but,
exactly. But that was the expectation. So the fact that he did so much more than that was incredible.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it was a toss-up between Hadjar and Antonelli. So I just think in terms of like my expectation, Who surpassed my expectation the most? Isaac Hadjar.
Yeah.
So that's my Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Oh, we agreed.
We did agree. That's
you
good.
go.
But I definitely think in any other, like, it's rough of Kimmy not to get that.
Totally.
But as I said, like, consistency.
Yeah.
Yes, like, Kimmy's roof was higher, but he was in a Mercedes, and Hadjar still got on the podium.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
an RB. So, like,
I think if Hadjar hadn't had the podium, then for sure.
with
it
the
would
way
be
that
a
Kimmy
finale.
ended the year, 2 podiums and a P2, 3
Yeah.
podiums, P2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just the consistency and then, getting on the podium in an RB. So that's interesting that
Yes.
after all that we agree. But as we said before, like, I think this batch of
We're just
rookies
so good.
was so good. Yeah.
Agreed. Lots of fun. Silliest surprise of the season. What did you have?
Kind of speaking of, like, Hadjar was a silly surprise this season.
Yeah.
I just like the podiums from Carlos, Nico,
Yep.
and Isaac. Kimmy was less surprising.
But still, like, you're a rookie. Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah. But I think my biggest silly surprise was McLaren nearly fumbling the championship at almost every possible opportunity.
Yes.
Like, I was just not even surprised, shocked constantly
Yeah.
at how they did that.
Yes. Yeah. Mine were exactly the same.
Really?
Max's comeback
Yeah.
and the Isaac, Kimmy, Nico, and Carlos podium.
Oh my God, I love that. That's so funny.
Because they were so silly and very surprising. So
Yeah.
they ticked the boxes. Who is your driver of the year?
This is really, really hard.
Yeah.
It's really difficult.
Yeah.
Obviously, Lando, world champion, he drove incredibly this year. And
Totally.
especially when he really needed to in, like, Mexico and Brazil. But I think I have to give it to Max Verstappen.
So do I.
Yeah.
104 points down to 2 behind.
Yeah.
Come on.
And winning 6 of the last 9 races.
Also won more races than
The champion.
the champion.
So whilst Lando, and obviously it just proves that consistency over the season is what wins a world championship.
Yes.
Not specific moments, but Max just outdrove that car.
Yeah.
And yeah, as we said before, just proved that he is the best driver on the grid.
Absolutely.
So I have to give it to him.
Agreed. And if you had to pick a favourite moment
Oh.
or like top 3?
I just has to be Lando winning the world championship.
Fair.
Like,
Of course.
I just can't really go past that. Like, I wanted him to win it.
Yes.
And he won it.
Yes.
And it was lovely.
And it was beautiful.
And I think if I went past that and tried to pick other favorite moments, I would really struggle.
Fair.
But I think, like, up there would also be like Carlos's podium in Baku,
Yeah.
Nico's podium, Lando winning Silverstone and Monaco,
Yeah.
like Oscar taking the lead of the championship really early and then having that run of form,
Yep.
Oscar hitting the gritty.
Yeah. Max's Brazil drive.
Yeah, like I feel like if I go past Lando winning the world championship, I just open up a whole can.
No, totally. I know. It's like an endless spiral. I mean, even like when Qatar finished and we're like, oh my God,
Oh,
we're gonna come
yeah.
out of Abu Dhabi. Like,
Race start at Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Stress. Them qualifying 1, 2, 3 on the grid in
I
Abu
know.
Dhabi. Like
Yeah.
this year was great.
A season of highlights.
Yeah, genuinely. Did
But-
you have your favorite moment?
Yeah, I mean, again, there's just so many. Like, I think if I had to pick one, it might honestly be the Hulkenberg podium.
Yeah, okay, over the Carlos podium.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because, like, he'd waited.
Yeah,
For
it's the
so
story.
long.
Yeah.
Like, the Carlos podium was beautiful, and it was, and I really liked how much fans always cheered him whenever he was being interviewed and whenever he was up there. But yeah.
But I
feel
guess, the Hulkenberg podium is like way more of a shock.
like- yeah.
In the sense that he'd never had one. It is in a Sauber.
Yeah.
What are you doing up there? And like, that's like when he walked into the cool down room and Lando was like, what are you doing here? Yeah. And then he had to
was
show
like,
him
yeah,
how to
you
like,
put your stuff down here.
and then
you
we
can
go
come
and
sit
sit over
down.
here. Yeah. And then you get your hat. They had to like teach him how to be in the cool down room.
know.
But he walked in and Lando was like, what the fuck?
Hello.
Yeah. Like, huh?
Literally.
So
So
good.
I guess that's it for
Yeah.
2025.
I mean, it is already 2026.
It is already 2026.
So about damn time for us to wrap that shit up.
Yes.
But what a year.
what a year. We knew it would be a big one, and it was.
Yeah.
And I guess onwards to 2026.
Yeah, and congrats to everyone. I think most people had an extremely positive year.
Yes.
like I would say like 85% of the drivers had a really positive year. And next year is going to be diabolical.
Yes. I cannot wait.
Oh, it's going to be so stressful.
11 teams on the grid.
11 teams. Yeah, we welcome back Perez and Bottas.
Yes.
We say goodbye to Yuki Tsunoda.
We do.
And we say hello to Arvid Lindblad.
We do.
And new regulations.
New regulations. What's it called? Straight mode now, not mom mode?
Yeah, they've changed it from your mother to straight mode, which is, I mean, given the fact that it's something that opens and closes, I think not calling it mum is good. But
mum's wide open.
Yeah, that's like he opens your mother. Like, what do you mean? Like, no. So I think calling it, but still straight mode is so funny.
Yeah.
I need to like review what the hell is going on with the new regs.
Yes.
I don't know.
I know.
I need to learn.
Yes. We did an episode about it a while ago.
Nah, I forgot though.
I've forgotten all of
like a year
it.
and a half
It's all
ago.
probably changed anyways.
Yeah, and it was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's fine. Anyways, I think that wraps it up.
That wraps it up. It's probably been a long episode, but
yes,
that's fine. But yeah, thanks for listening and watching and chatting with us throughout 2025. We've loved having you here.
Yes.
And hopefully you stick around for 2026.
Exactly.
Because it's going to be fun.
It will be fun.
And I have no idea what's going to happen, which is why it's fun.
Exactly.
And yeah, thanks for watching and listening. If you're listening on an app, give us a 5-star review because it really helps us out. If you're watching on YouTube, like the video, comment your thoughts on all of that.
Yep.
And subscribe so you don't miss the next episode because we'll be uploading until the season starts again and then we'll be back to regular programming. But Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And we'll see you next time.
soon.
Bye.